Investigating pronunciation challenges for Thai EFL learners. Hello everyone, today our group will present on the pronunciation challenges of the English sound, and the sound that we chose is and v. Why pronunciation is important? For Thai EFL learners, pronunciation is crucial because it affects intelligibility, accuracy, and overall communication. However, the Thai and English sound system are different, which lead to persistent learner error. For voicings, place of articulation and manner, first, is a voiced alveolar approximant, and ver is a voiced labiodental fricative. Both sounds are problematic because in Thai doesn't have this sound. As a result, it can cause which lead to learner substitute sounds, misperception, and miscommunication. For example, the word low versus low and van versus fan.
Phonetic description of is produced with the logarithm against the appetite, creating friction with voicing. Thai has no phoneme. The closest fricatives in Thai are and her, and none occur in our final position. This gap makes especially hard for learners, particularly in final word positions. Challenges for Thai learners. In practice, Thai learners usually replace with var at the beginning of words, such as van and van. In final position, they often say b or drop the sound completely. For example, laugh and laugh or roll. Even when they attempt they may lose voicing, producing. These errors affect voice perception and production.
Study fighting on three study provide insights. ProQuest 2007 report that learners substitute with were or due to L1 transfers and lack of final fricative. A 2018 TU thesis found learners could perceive very well, but still struggle with production, especially in final position, often replacing with b or omission. TU Joe applied the audio articulation method and found production improved, but the voicing to remained common. This suggests instruction helps, but some difficulties persist. Comparative analysis of across the studies, there is agreement that is very difficult, especially in final position. Common substitutions include were, b, omission, and causes are mainly L1 transfer and voicing difficulties. Differences arise because ProQuest give a general overview, while the TU and TUJO studies look at position and teaching intervention. TUJO was unique in showing training could increase correct production even if the voicing still occurred.
Phonetic descriptions of in English is a voice alveoli postman. Thai learner often repair it with the Wasirata or L, the lateral enforcement. This leads to mispronunciation like lies to lies or lead to lead. These substitutions cause serious intelligibility problems. Challenges for Thai learner. Learner very difficult both in production and perception. They substitute with or L. Sometimes it is or insert a vowel to amplify cluster. Perception is also permissive as many learners cannot distinguish R and L in minimal pair. For example, light versus light. Clusters are especially difficult reading to deletions or expenses.
In part of study findings on again, 3 studies illustrate this issue. MCU 2023 show that learners produce R and L or but audiolingual drills help reduce this error. TU 2017 focused on perception and found learners confused and influenced by Thai orthography and limited exposure. CU 2012 examined cluster and found duration, substitution, and vowel insertion as common strategy together. These studies show both production and perception problems. Comparative analysis of R. These studies agree that substitutions with L and R, for example, lead and read, is the most common error caused by the absence of in Thai. Differences appear because of participant level and research focus. MCU emphasize production with training, TU emphasize perception, and CU emphasize cluster, and overall, L1 transfer and phonotactic restriction are the main causes.
So let's look at the cause of challenges. The first problem of that the main issue are the absence of in Thai, no final fricative, and difficulty to controlling voicing. Now, when it comes to the problem are the absence of phonotactic constant, and the perceptual assimilation of and l. So both of sound cause systematic substitution, deletion, and misperception, which impact intelligibility. Next, implication for final projects. That based on this finding, instructional priorities should include first, focusing on in final position and in initial and cluster. Second, using listening discrimination activity to separate or l. Third, providing due to control voicing for v. And the last one, using proven methods such as audiolingual and audio articulation. By targeting this area, we can directly improve learner intelligibility in communication.
In part of conclusion to conclude, and remain persistent challenges for Thai EFL learners due to phonemic gaps, phonotactic restriction, and voicing difficulties. Our studies confirm systematic substitution patterns, but also show that training can help. This finding highlight the importance of targeted instructional strategies in improving learners' pronunciation, and communicative competence. Thank you for your attention. Have a nice day.